up, down, and we're going to do again up, and we're going to see if you can hold it. Breathe into hold, balance there a bit. Good. Connect a bit to the pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then roll it back down. Well done. Wiggle, 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 wiggle around. Okay, we're coming a little bit into the upper body. Putting the hands down, a little bend, and we're going to tilt the pelvis. So we're going to start from there, little bit towards the ribs and shoulders. So tucking forward and backwards. Any pain, just take it shorter range. So sometimes at the beginning it's just only teeny tiny, and see if you can build this one up. A nice tilt, a bucket coming forward and backwards. And we're going to stop in the middle. We're going to tilt the hips from side to side. So if you pop your hands in the hip bones, you see one goes up and down. And then we're going to level it back again this way. Well done. Straighten your legs. And we're going into a nice mermaid stretch. I keep getting out of the video in there. Have a nice little arm over the head. And open, open, open on the side. Good. Look down and circle the arms 3 times forward. 1, 2, and one more. 3. And roll in the middle and back up, upright. Good. Same on the other side. So the ball is there. Squeeze onto there a little bit if you can. Breathe into hold. Look down and circle. 1, 2, and 3. Roll in the middle and then come back up. Good. Repeat on the other side, lifting the arms up and over. Look down, circle, 2, and one more, 3. Roll in the middle, back up. Last one onto the other side, up and over. Look down, circle, 2, and 3. Good work. Rolling in the middle and then back up. Okay. So arm and shoulders a little bit down. Find your rib cage on the right and left, and then give a little wobbling movement here, there. I know during pregnancy it opens up a lot, feeding and everything is widens there. So we need to kind of see where we are with that. Can you push the ribs just a little bit from side to side? Give a little movement there. You might feel even tight there. So it's a nice little push. And we're going to come back in the middle and see if we can tilt these ribs out and then tilt it back down. So even you doing it, your arms, and you're pushing a little bit, just see how far it's going and not going. Now, usually the tendency after baby, the ribs is coming this way. So I need to train back the ribs to go a bit down. So pushing down the ribs, closing towards each other and melts down. Okay, so we might gonna do this one in lying as well. So close towards each other and connecting down towards the hip. Okay, well done. Okay, I'm going really, I needed a new setup. We changed back to this home studio, but I pretty soon think I need to go back to full lockdown again. So my head is kind of missing. But the next one, which I wanted to do a forward roll. So if you stand just alongside and peeling off one vertebrae at a time, we're gonna do a nice spine articulation, rolling forward and then hanging down. Take a breath in and out. Remember when you're coming forward, that's it. Soften your knees. You don't need to do a full forward roll, and keep your head and arms nice and heavy. Take a breath in and out, and then very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, tuck, 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 tuck. Rolling back the spine, up in the middle. No one's rushing you. And in there. Sometimes it's quite nice if you're standing against the wall and then do that way, just peeling away one vertebrae at a time, really slowly, rolling forwards and then coming down. Okay, well done. Now we're going to stay down for a little bit and I'm going to start moving the arms And then the hips from side to side. Well done. And then once we're coming back up, just take the ball out and then roll back up with the ball. Coming back in the middle. Good. Let's go down to 4-point kneeling from here. So bringing one leg down the other. And then actually from 4-point kneeling, just stay a little bit into high kneeling. And we're gonna lifting the arms up and then back down. Feel free to push a little bit on the ball or on the cushion and then draw the shoulder blades together, connect to the tummy and lifting the arms up and then back down. Good, lifting it up and then back down. Up and then back down. Good, up and then back down. Now remember when we talked about keeping the neutral spine, so gently tucking the tailbone under and we're gonna soften the ribs back down. Okay, so when you're lifting it up, the ball or the weight, just think about that you're not lifting the ribs with the ball and up. So just, you don't even need to go really high up. You can do just slightly forward and up, warming up on the shoulders, quite a lot going on the shoulders. 2 more. And then do 1 more. Good. Bring it back to your chest. Again, soften it back down. And we're going to add a little twist. Twist with your hips at the beginning. Just twist, twist, twist. And then we're gonna redo again. Back in the middle. And this time the hips are facing forward. It's not twisting with you. Only the upper body and the head. Okay, so imagine 2 headlights facing forward, turning to one side, back in the middle. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And then back in the middle. Add an extension of your arms. So turn to the side, hold the ball, and then bring it back. Open from the chest. Really keep lengthen from here and drop the shoulders. Fold it back in. Twist into the other side. Remember, hips facing forward, engaging to the core a bit more. Bringing the ball back and fold it in the middle. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. So just look back. Well done. So more you follow the movement with your head and neck, more you're getting into the twist into your spine. Okay, 1 more. Good. And then back in the middle. Good, well done. Similar, but we're just gonna bring both arms forward. Just check your tailbone again. If you're not quite sure, imagine the tailbone, the lowest part of your spine, is like having a little weight underneath and then reaching down towards your knees. So it just gives you a nice little feedback where your pelvis should be. Okay, so from here, bringing forward, and we're gonna bring the ball to the side, bring it back in the middle and just switch. Now this time, the elbows coming downwards with the ball and in, down and in. Well done. Last one. Good, well done. I'm gonna pop the ball back down to the above the knees, okay? And we're coming down to 4-point kneeling. Let's see through this 4-point kneeling a little bit before we go. Bring it tiny bit further ahead. So it's almost like level with your eyes, your hands. And then your knees and your hips are 90 degrees to get the right level and relax the toes from there. Now we're gonna start lifting the chest up. Imagine I put a nice big box underneath. So you're lifting and lengthening from there. Feel the lifting from your neck and just gently look down. So there's no arching, no head dropping, right in the middle. And feel the lift. Imagine the box is underneath your ribs as well. So it's pushing your ribs up. Okay, so if I don't feel the box is there, I'm a little bit like this without correction. If I imagine the box is there, pushing the shoulders back, bring the ribs up, keep, well done, really nicely lifted. Then this is where the core is started getting engaged. Feel free to move the hips gently, but try not to change onto the ribs and your head and neck position. Just gently swing your bum from side to side. Well done. And we're gonna come back in the middle. From here, I know your wrist might be a little bit tired and you get quicker tired than usual. So I'm gonna move right now into the curl and uncurl. So nice little movement onto the spine. Tuck, tuck, tuck again. Curl the spine, pushing the bum all the way, and then slowly drop back down. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Well done. Okay. Well done. I kind of changed a couple of things here, but I hope you can see me. Okay, back in the middle. And I'm gonna do from here, turning the toes under. Remember this nice lifting area? We're gonna start squeezing the ball together and release, connecting to the pelvic floor and release. Breathing in and breathing out again. So this is a little bit stronger now, working through that engagement, lifting through the chest. And then we're gonna hold. Imagine you're lifting from the pelvic floor and the rib cage and keeping your spine nice and long. Turning the toes under, and for the next exhalation, we're gonna lift the knees off from the mat. Take a breath in and lift your knees off 1 or 2 inches. Don't need to do a lot, but watch your spine, nice and straight spine, and drop back down. But remember your elbows, so you're looking sometimes with your joints, you feel the elbows slightly bent, so you're working on your arms. Take a breath in, lift. Well done. If you can, hold it a bit longer. Pump feel free to squeezing onto the ball. 1, 2. Now if you feel tired, just drop it down and repeat it again and release. Again, if you feel you lose the connection between your lower back, that's it. Thank you. That's better now. Yeah, I can see you better. So shoulders away, neck is long, and then lifting it up. Keep the back straight, and then squeeze, release, squeeze, and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, and release. Well done. Oh, good. Okay, well done. And then we're gonna sit back down. If the ball is in the middle, just rid of a little, and if you feel you is not comfy to sit down with it, just take it off and come into child pose. Well done. So you reach really nicely far from here, the next one. If the ball is still there, it's good. And all we're gonna do from here, we're going forward and coming into like the semi-plank position and sitting back down. See, more you're reaching away, more likely you're coming into your neutral semi-plank position. And we're just going forward and backwards. When you come forward, just watch that you're not going too far forward with your shoulders. So you keep it a little bit level, your hands and shoulders this time, and start connecting to your abdominal a bit more here. Squeezing onto the ball, it helps. So there's no dropping of your tummy, keeping the tummy nice and lifted, your head is lifted, and then back. Breathing in and breathing out. So the next one, we're gonna hold it there. And if you could just see for a tiny split second, you're gonna bring the tailbone under. So from here, tuck under, push the ribs up, and keep the head nice and level with your spine. Okay, so we're gonna just hold this position. I know it's hard. Use your hands, use your tummy, breathing in and breathing out. Shoulders away, neck is long. Okay, well done. See if you can drop a little bit your chest, but don't drop the back, just the chest. One more breath in, and then we sit back down. Good. If you feel you need to wiggle around your wrist, feel free. I'm gonna do 5 press-ups from here, okay? Coming forward again to the same position, getting into the plank. If you feel the plank is more than enough to hold, focusing on squeezing onto the ball, get the alignment ready. If you're ready, or if you wanna do, you can do a small, tiny press-ups. Look, I'm not going down, really tiny, maintaining my nice and strong core and beautiful neck and head position. Well done. So look down, properly look down, and your hands under your shoulders. So if you're going forward up, it's coming more onto your upper neck. Well done. And let's sit back to rest. I moved from 4-point kneeling. I know wrists probably are on fire now. Good. Are you okay? Good. Okay, so we're gonna take the ball out and we're going to do thread the needle, just stretching on the back. Okay, so the ball or the cushion on the between your hand and your knee, and lifting one arm up on the opposite side, and then you thread it through and bring the shoulder down. If there's a big stretch, feel is gonna crack your back or feel really, really high up, feel free to put a block underneath the shoulders to support you, or put the ball or the cushion under the shoulder. Now in this position, sometimes the hip is swaying out. Bring the hip back in and connect the ribs towards the tummy, towards the lower abdominal, and then come back. So you could repeat this 2-3 times on each side. Find a variation which works for you the best. Really, really nice. You could do this every day, 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the evening. It just gives you such a nice relief on the back, mid-spine. And then you can do on the opposite side, lifting it up. There is one option I always kind of see when the arm's just overextending. Imagine when you're opening the arm to the side and you are like an aeroplane, and when the aeroplane is turning, it doesn't turn the wings, it turns with the whole body. So you twist with the whole body and then go across and down. Bringing the hips back and connecting to the tummy. And again, left, and then go across through. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Let's do one more. Well done. Okay, so I'm gonna move from here a little bit into the opening of the chest, because we just warmed up around the shoulders. And if I can build up later on anything on the abdominal, it's a bonus, okay? So just feel the opening of the chest with this exercise. Now you might need the rolled up towel because that gives you more to your mid back, gives you a better feedback than the ball. And keep the ball under your head. And pump it lovely. Bring the ball behind your back And then very slowly lay yourself down onto the ball, just around your brow area, around the chest, when you really feel it coming across here. And you see, I put a block under my head as well, so the arch is not going to be too strong at the beginning. Okay, so small roll up towel, Nadia, is fine. You really just place it across your mid back. Okay, so when we're going to lie down, just lowering ourselves down. And then you see kind of my moment a little bit low down. So I just rearrange it, make sure it's not too low and not too high. If it's up into my neck, that's a bit too high. And then just place your head down into the middle. If the ball or the roll-up towel is not big enough, that's all okay. That block under your head is just giving you a little positioning. So you're just bringing the chin down as much as you can. And we're just gonna lie down in this position for a bit, okay? Opening the shoulders and bringing the chin down. If you find it bringing the chin down, just gently move up and back down. And then see if you can lengthen from the back of your neck, pressing that part down. Good. Pop your hands into the ridge and soften a bit from there. The arch is a little bit higher because the ball, the cushion is there. So just have a tiny little rearrangement. Find your neutral spine. Relax your legs. And then bringing your arms to the side for a few minutes. I'm just going to watch you from here. So see if I can see where is the position. Okay, Nadia, just at the best time, isn't it? You needed to get up with him. Trumpet, are you both of you feeding? Okay, now I'm gonna change them. We're gonna do this, or I show you what we did, and then I'm just gonna quickly talk to you whilst you're feeding. When you have time. So coming into this position, and I give you the exercise what you can try later today. It just opens the chest quite nicely. So bringing the chin down, and then just watch the back, because if the back is arching, you're not getting the movement on the shoulder. The lower back needs to go back into almost flattened position, but small arch there. And what we're going to do from here is just opening the arms to the side and then back. Okay, so if you have time, I'll go through with you after feeding and just feel how the chest is opening. And the same with the arms over the head. Watch point here, if the head is reaching up with the movement is too strong, you need to bring it back down. Okay, so keeping it aligned. And you could add some circlings, any type of movement. Okay, I try to cover a couple of ones. But whilst you're feeding, I'm just gonna join back to you and see if you can do anything onto the neck and the head whilst you do the feeding. And towards the pelvic floor. Babies time themselves together well. So whilst you do this feeding, sometimes, I remember my time, I just started slouching down because that was just the most comfiest things I could do. And but what if whilst you're doing this with me, just have a little prompting up. You might put the ball or the block under your back to help you to prompt you up a bit. And then feel that the pelvis kind of rocked back to the middle or lean against the wall and just lengthen through. Well done. And then I try not to move too much of the trunk because I know babies will just not having it. So we're going to do a tiny little chin tap, lifting it up and then back down. And then we're going to do one more. And we're going to start turning the head from side to side. Good. Feel that I put some weight on your shoulders and you're drawing down. Feel the baby is actually pulling you down and you lengthen through the neck, through the crown of your head. Okay, from here, going into either side and then do 5 or 6 chin tilt on the side. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then from here, just a nice little circle. Circle onto the other side. Feel the shoulder, the stretch in your neck on the opposite side, and do the same, chin up and back down. 3, 4, well done. And then from here, going into gently circle down to one side, circle back. See if you can maintain a nice upright trunk. See if you can relax your hips and connect a little bit to your core. And one more. Good. From here, the chin, going to do like a nice semicircle from upright, bringing it up. And do it as slowly as you wish. No one's rushing you. It's your neck, it's your spine. Go through any kind of tension or anything which feels a bit tight. Don't rush it through, especially around the neck. And if you feel this is quite nice and flowy, feel free to go in a full circle. I often don't do this one together because I think it is quite a delicate area, but just see very gently and softly do the circling. Well done. If you do the full circle, just change direction. And then we're going to come back in the middle. Again, just feel the lengthening. And then from sometimes the hip flexors, as you're sitting, they're just gripping to hold you. And it's nice just to let go, just to see it's not really need the full support from your legs. And then see if you can connect to the pelvic floor. Just a gentle connection through the sitting and let the legs to relax. Good. Softening the ribs. And we're going to do the head tilt. Imagine you putting one ear towards the shoulders. So ear towards the shoulders, but don't shrug it up the shoulder, keep down. And on the other side. Well done. And then we're going to come back in the middle and back again to our center. Just feel the ribs, okay? So you just feel that you're melting the ribs and you're lengthening your crown of your head. Sometimes I do this tilt because the spine, you see from sideways, the tailbone spine and the neck and the head should be in a straight line. And that's how I'm achieving by gently pushing the neck back and lengthening it through. Okay, well done. Now we're going to do a few quick pelvic floor engagements. So you just squeeze it in, breathe into hold, and let go. Breathing in, squeeze, and let go. In and out, in and out, and keep going. Do another 10. Again, if you feel you gripping through your legs, just change a bit of a position. And then just really start feeling this internal feeling. Good. All right. Now, I haven't covered for a while, but it's good that we both reading. So remember the pelvic floor when we were talking about in pregnancy, or Nadia, you probably know. So we have like a pelvic floor, which is like a hammocky muscle underneath, which supports our organs like this. And then we have a front, the middle, and the back passage, and goes like around these circles, supporting, closing, and releasing. And not every time, every muscle's weakened. Sometimes one side is weaker than the other. So we just need to see where it is. And this is quite hard to connect. So we're gonna see is this hammock individually, okay? So the first, middle, and the back passage connecting slowly back, okay? So take a breath in, and we're gonna see at the front, imagine you're gonna try to stop weighing, but don't practice this when you are really actually weighing. And then feel that you're gently drawing in. This feeling, I feel more in the front of my belly. So it's coming a little bit to the front. And then feel it travels up towards my belly button, but not quite there yet. And then releasing it back down. Okay, and again, take a breath in, connect to the pelvic floor and gently lift. Breathe into hold, and then exhale, release. Well done. Okay, so you might find this part is hard or weakened, but it's all okay. Okay, just take some time to feel that separation from there, just from the front. Coming into the middle. Okay, so this one is definitely being used. So we're gonna see how we can gently draw towards each other those muscles like a ring and lift and release. Okay, so take a breath in. Try to switch over the front and the back. Focus on just in the middle. Take a breath in, gently draw, lift, and release. And let's do one more. Exhale. Really small. You don't need to do big movement. More stronger you want to do it, more muscle starts working with you. And release. And then coming into the back one, when it's coming from the back passage, when we think about you just need to hold a fart or just really need to go to a poo, but you can't just yet. So feel that tension or gentle drawing in and release. And then I know you can feel free to unmute yourself and talk it through. It's really difficult to grasp, and sometimes it's just a bit frustrating because it's just hard to hold. So be gentle. Now I'm going to do again one by one, and then see if I can join them together whilst you're still feeding. Take a breath in, and then exhale, we connect to the front. Take a breath in, gently connect and lift, and then release. Good. Coming into the middle, take a breath in. Exhale, gently draw. Just breathing into really nicely, 20-30%, and then release it back. Good. And coming into the back, take a breath in. Exhale, gently connect towards the back. Feel that you're not clenching your bum, so you're not squeezing. And release it down, okay? You start sometimes feeling you grasping with your bum, or I see sometimes another type of movement around your body. Just feel soften down there and concentrate just to the pelvic floor. Let's see if you can join all together. Take a breath in, and then gently connect to the front, middle, and the back. Just hold it gently. Don't even need to lift, and release. And again, breath in. Gently connect to the front, middle, and back. See if you can gently lift. And exhale, release. How was it? Nadia, you okay?
That has got to be the best explanation of a pelvic floor that I have ever heard. I
Oh,
excellent, honestly. Like the way you explained the hammock and the three parts and the way you did it, um, really, really easy to understand because that's sometimes something I've never really understood the three separations. And
it is
yeah,
really like in my pregnancy often. I had problems with the front passage. So I kind of think, oh my God, I'm going to wet myself. And it's not fun, isn't it? And then you kind of use all together. But like actually my other two were probably stronger. They were fine and never really trained the front one, just specifically when I needed to be. And then it's just a bit of a weighing around. I didn't know at that time, I knew later on that, oh, this was my weakness. See, I needed to see more from the front
yeah.
and then maybe less in the back. But most of the times we just kind of queuing it all together because it's quite a nice way. We don't always have time to talk this one through, and sometimes feel it's so frustrating to grasp it. But the hammock, whenever I say just feel the hammock is gently drawing in, whenever you feel the weakness any point, concentrate on that point a bit more, or is the back or is in the middle, and then we'll gently connect together.
Really, really useful because I had an episiotomy after my first pregnancy.
Mm,
My weakness is more in the back, but I never
you see? I would
Yeah.
never say to you because my one was the front. So for you, it's just like holding that point. That my only problem here was I know many people, even you see in the video, I start squeezing my bum. So
Yeah.
there is one way, like if you do to coming into really rest position and then just do the back.
Yeah.
Position. Prampreet, you okay? Still feeding. Babies, 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 babies. Okay, so pelvic floor nicely ticked. See if you can practice a little bit later on in any other situation. You don't need to do lying down, sitting, standing, stay in different position, because that's when the weakness really comes out once you start changing position. Because if you relax, it's quite nice, but once you're standing, other muscle groups might take over and just pinch in, and then wants to take over. So once you're not quite ready, aren't you? Okay, so if you're still just kind of holding, can we do a little tiny bit of, can you hold with one hand and then do a little twist? Or even with the baby, just twist a little bit. And then back in the middle, and then we did and then back in. So just a few little twists, getting back into movement after we slowed down here. And then we're going to one more. And in the middle. Okay, it's still quite difficult to do the leaning from side. It's nice to open from the side. And then going, if you hold the baby, onto the other side. That's it. From the others disappeared, isn't it? I know Harula just messaged me. She's not gonna make it. And Helena was away, and Aura is in Italy, and I think they went away somewhere this week. Okay, so take your time, Prumpet. Okay, whenever you're ready. We're gonna lie down on our back and see this opening after. Okay, let's just go through because it's really nice, and I can give some abdominal work on there. So find that cushiony ball. Let's go back onto this position. Okay, I'm just gonna watch you. Hopefully the babies are fine for a good 5 minutes onto this one. So lying down and then see the neck and head position and the lower back. This is the main thing at the beginning, just the lower back and the chin. And the softening the ribs will come with it. Okay, well done. And if you're ready, just bringing your arms up.
Sorry, can I just ask, whereabouts should the rolled up towel be?
In your level with your bra. I think that's one of the best one, like around your bra, but everyone's different. So you find this one, oh my God, it kills me. Just move a little bit higher up. I wouldn't go lower down. I would go rather a little bit up. Okay, just to see what's comfy. And then just wiggle around every time, just wiggle around if it's really not giving you any. So you're just opening around the chest. The bra area is the best way to kind of say, coming across your shoulders. And the way that you feel it the best, if you're bringing the chin down, even you feel like, oh my God, I have double chin or triple chin, is fine. I do as well. It's just lengthens from the neck and gives you the flattening and opening from the mid back. Okay, so from here, when the arms are up, relaxing the shoulders, softening the ribs, just gonna do a gentle, I don't know, open to the side first, open side. It's really nice to keep aligning your chin and open slowly to the side and back in. Well done. So feel onto your back, across your mid back, this nice opening and closing. I do this one really slowly because it really, really opens my back. But if you have hypermobile joints, you might not feel this one really useful. Prumpet, are you okay with this? Nadia, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good, okay. So thumbs up, kind of not seeing you properly, but just thumbs up if you're happy whenever or not happy, thumbs down. So from here, we're going to move into the elbows, trying to reaching down onto the mat and then back. So coming into like a little cactus shape, going down and then back, going down this way. Yeah, so same in lying, but just bringing the hands a bit wider down and then back in. Exhale, going down and hold it there a bit. Bring the chin down and feel the opening from your chest, from your mid back, and then back in. One more. Good. Well done. We're going to turn the palms towards each other and we're going to do one arm up, one down, and then moving from there. Soften your ribs. Breathing in, breathing out. Well done. And then see if you can make this one as like a windmill. Opening arms to the side, over the head, and back in the middle. Open arms to the side, sweep one up, one down, close in the middle. Wherever the movement is, just feel soft and gentle. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly my way of doing. Just move the arms up and down, together and side. Good. And then we're going to come back in the middle, both arms. Watch your lower back. So just have a little tilt again. Feel that it's gently tilted down. Soften the ribs, chin down, and lift the arms over the head. And see if you can rest at the back of your palm and then the wrist, at the back of your wrist onto the floor. And just stretch and open there. Yeah, see, like lifting the arms over the head. If it really feels it's a lot, see if you can put a block underneath or you kind of resting more on your cushion on the pillow, because it can be a strong stretch. So just rest and lengthen and stretch. If you're bringing the chin again a little bit under, it lengthens, opens from the mid-back. Press down a little bit your lower back and connect to your center, to the pelvic floor. 2 more breaths in. So feel connected towards the pelvic floor. Keep the tailbone down. Feel this nice lengthening. And then we're going to bring the hands under the head this time. Okay, so we're going to start doing a tiny little press ups, really tiny. And it don't lead from your head. Lead it from your rib cage. The exercise is here, pressing the ribs towards the towel, towards that ball, pushing the ribs. Doesn't matter the head doesn't come up. It doesn't matter. Just activate from the ribs and then back down. So if I really activate and not doing anything else, my head hardly comes up. And I'm not working too much onto your upper abdominal, working onto the deeper layer. In the meantime, if you can engage towards the pelvic floor and your lower abdominal, keeping your back nice and still, your pelvis nice and still, that will do the work. Okay, well done. Let me see if you can do another 4 to 8 for me. Really gentle, just pressing the ribs back and then come up. Well done. Well done. And if you feel you've done enough, just rid of the ball, rid of the towel, and lie down on your back without anything, unless you need the block under your head. But just lie down for a little bit. Feel how nicely this opened up. And then from here, just see if you can do a very gentle leg stretching out and then back in. Just sending one leg out, connect to the pelvic floor, bring you back in. Get out, gently drawing in. So the movement is not just out and back in, Try to keep the hips really still. Send the tailbone down, small little arch underneath your lower back, and sending the leg out, and without changing anything, pulling it back. Okay? It looks very simple, but when you cue it to the pelvic floor, it gets a bit more of a concentration and reconnection. From here, feel free to come up into tabletop and send out, pulling back in, and then change to the other one, out, back in. Exhale, inhale, and then going down. See, what I really watch from here, I'm not changing the position of my lower back, keeping it nice and still. Working through the alignment. And we're going to do one more on each side. Out, back in, and down. Good. Bring your feet together, knees together, bringing arms to the side. I turn my knees towards the left and head towards the right. When you're going too far, everything is flops and I lose the connection. So don't go too far. Keep them together and keep the opposite shoulder down onto the mat. So if this little is perfectly fine, when you roll back, use your centering to back in the middle. On the other side, you see my feet are on top of each other and my knee doesn't slip, okay? So keep them together and twist with the ribs, rolling back in the middle. Breathing in, rolling back. One more to go. And I'm back in. Good. Bringing one leg up into tabletop and just open 6 into the right, 6 into the left. Same guide through the pelvic floor in as high. If the movement coming really fast and moving around, that's when you need to kind of slow it down a bit. Keep the hands in the hips and see the hips not rocking with you, and then start using the tummy and the pelvic floor. And once you're done 6, just change into the other side. And some of you might have a big, nice range. Some of you might really feel opening and back a bit further. Just see what's comfortable. I don't go too far. And then back in the middle. Well done. We're going to bring one leg up into tabletop. You're going to drop the heel and flattening the lower back, lift the other knee up. You see my legs are nice and lengthened down. I'm not lifted my lower back up. And see if you can connect to your pelvic floor here a tiny bit. This is a little bit strong. If you feel this is too strong, just drop one leg and lifting it back up. And drop another one and back. It trains you to connect here instead of too much just like this. Okay? Well done. Let's do one more on each. And then lower it down and down. Good. Push the block out. I got to go soon. But let's do a little bit of a shoulder bridge, okay? Still from here, we're gonna do flattening the lower back and then gently peeling away. And then roll and through the spine, rib cage, back down. Flattening the lower back. If you have a ball, pop the ball there, squeeze in there, flatten the lower back, and gently scoop away. Keep it aligned, and then slowly roll down. With the next one, we're going to do 8 squeezes on the ball, and then we're finished. So we're going to do gently squeezing onto the ball, softening the ribs. You don't need to go high up. Keep it down, connect to your tummy, to your glutes, to your inner thigh. And 4, 3, 2, And 1. Well done. Gently roll down. Good. Take the ball out, or you could keep that in. Bringing your knees to your chest. And then very gently rocking, rolling around. Any kind of tension around your back, sometimes going all the way to your lower back. Good. And once you finish, just a tiny bit of rocking. I know it's not, you don't need to rock up into sitting. Just see if you can give a tiny bit of movement for your spine, chin to chest. Working on through this lower back alignment. Well done. Well done, Pamprit. Well done. And then if you can, just either roll to the side and sit up, or roll onto the other side, or roll all the way. Well done. Good. Now, if you feel any other stretches and you have time without the baby, just go for it again if you want to. If you got to go, 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 go. Any question, let me know. Well done, all of you. Well done. It was a nice and calm class. The babies aim together, the feeding. You
Nice,
okay? Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Good, good. I recorded this class. Actually, I stopped it.